M29 needs advice about getting through a sudden breakup with F26. Hello. Sorry for my English, this is not my first language. My girlfriend female 26 and I male 29 have been together for exactly 5 years. We own our dream house since October 2020, we just adopted a puppy that we love, we live with 2 adorable cats. Very early in our relationship, I found out that she was being unfaithful and had time with another guy that she was seeing on and off since she was 14. She would sometimes have time with him hours before doing the same with me. I'm a really open-minded guy, I have never been jealous before this relationship, but this broke me. I confronted her about it, she broke down in tears, promised she would stop and begged for me to come back. After a couple of days of thinking it out, I decided to forgive her and try to focus on building a great relationship with her. I believe it might have been too fast, because I started having control issues, anger issues, jealousy issues, because of those incidents. Despite those issues, our first 2 years were amazing. We were madly in love and both couldn't stand being away from each other for more than a day or two. I began healing slowly and had less of the previous issues. The real problem started when we moved in together in our first apartment. She would often say that I wasn't helping enough around the apartment, spent too much time on my computer, drank too much, and she was completely right. Month after month, she began to get more and more distant from me. We didn't have time very often, and even the smallest things like hugging, kissing or holding hands felt first. She never wanted to. Every time she was like that, my anger, control and jealousy issues were coming back, which made her even more distant. Sometimes it was a never-ending, toxic circle. Sometimes we managed to talk it out and get better at being with one another for a couple of great months. In July 2019, she had another affair with a coworker, although less serious than the first one. I took it very badly, but again we talked it out, got out stronger and managed to get to where we are now. We have a beautiful house together, pets that we love, we talked about our future together, made plans. Last Sunday, she straight up told me that she didn't love me anymore and couldn't see me as a fatherly figure for her future children. This is the first time this happened. As I cannot control her feelings, I thanked her for having the courage of telling me and suggested that we get professional help, couple therapy, to help us get our feelings in order and talk about our future. She hesitated and simply told me I don't know. The next days were hell. My mental health plummeted, I had a breakdown, felt the need to go through her phone to find out why she wouldn't want to get help and why she would just risk 5 years of relationship and our whole situation down the drain instead of going to therapy a few times. I found what I believe are indubitable proof that she plans on getting with the coworker she had an affair with, but I don't know if it is my paranoia talking. She always denies it when I try to calmly talk to her about it. Feeling that I couldn't hold on any longer, I apologized for my breakdown and brought up the couple therapy idea again, as even though our breaking point was probably long reached, it would really help soften the blow and get our thoughts in order. After pushing her for an answer that wouldn't come, she eventually told me that she didn't have the strength to go through therapy, refused any kind of outside help and wanted to break up right now. This is where it gets bad for me. In addition of losing her, I lose the house, our beloved pets. They are mine, but let's face it, I cannot take them away from the house. I'll probably get the chance to see her rebuild her life with her coworker in my house, in my native village right next to my parents' house. And I owe her half of the $100,000 that were invested in the house by her rich grandfather. Money that I don't have, I'll need to sell every single material thing that I hold dear to gather the money. I'm constantly thinking about hurting that other guy. Constantly considering suicide. This is not a call for attention, the thoughts are pulsating right through my mind every time I think too much about her, her affairs, and what I'm about to lose. I already booked an appointment with a therapist to help me cope with all of this and hopefully not hurt anyone. My closest friends have been warned, they took my car keys and take turns staying with me to be sure that I don't do anything stupid. I feel like getting professional help could have saved our couple, but I think we're way past that point now and can only try to mitigate the damages, but I have no clue how. Does Reddit have any advice for me? Thank you for your time. Sorry for the badly written call for help, I'm a mess right now. Update, GF of 5 years had time with her new boyfriend in my bed, in our house. while I was giving her space to think about our relationship. I'm devastated. My GF of 5 years broke up with me without telling me that she was with someone else and had been for at least 1 month. When I found out, I told her that I had no other choice but accept her new relationship and wish her the best. I asked her one thing, not to see him in our house until we sell it or until she buys it from me. I temporarily moved out to give her some space while she thinks about our breakup and what she really wants to do. She's been saying that we could still go back together, but she needed to think about it. She had time with him in my bed last Friday. I immediately found out and confronted her about it. I told her to pack her things and let me enjoy the comfort of the house. I asked her to leave, take some time to reflect on her side and let me rebuild myself in our house. I tried moving back in last Sunday but she wouldn't move, told me that I couldn't force her to leave the house. I had to change the sheets they had time in. I had to empty the bin where they threw their used seamdams. When I tried to finally go to sleep in my bed, this is what she told me: "Are you sure that you want to sleep in the bed where I ducked him yesterday?" I lost the will to fight. We had a 4-hour chat where I conceded her everything. The house, the dog, the cats, everything we own. I was exhausted. Still am. The worst part? At the end of this chat, she told me that she was losing someone great, that we still had chances to stay together and that I shouldn't give up and I should keep fighting for her. Duck her. I moved out again, blocked her on every social media and started NC since Monday. This is the hardest thing I've ever had to do. I miss her so much.